Hey guys, it's Julia and welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'm going to be doing the Wonder Woman book tag by Dylan the Reader 5, and I'll have his channel as well as the original video linked in the description box for you guys. Without further ado, let's jump right into this tag. Question 1. Wonder Woman, your favorite badass female character. It's a really easy choice for me. I went with Kate Harker from This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. This book is about monsters and it's really badass. There's tons of fights, and Kate Harker is just super badass. That's all I have to say. She's great. She's one of my favorite female characters ever, and I love her personality, so yeah. Fantasy Island, a book setting you want to escape to. This one I had some trouble coming up with a book for this because I read a lot of contemporary, and then when I don't read contemporary, I read like thrillers, which I don't want to be in those situations, and I don't read much fantasy, only a bit, but if I had to choose, I would say the Mortal Instruments world. I love this world, so it'd be really cool to be like a warlock or a shadow hunter or whatever. I just picked up book 5 off my shelf randomly, so yeah, just the whole series basically. But I love this world so much. It's definitely one of my favorites and one of my favorite book series ever, so yes. London, a hype book that let you down. And for this I have Always and Forever Laura Jean by Jenny Han, which I know is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I loved the first 2 books, and then I read this one and I was like, really? That's it? Like, I don't know, it just, so many more things bothered me about the main character in this book than the other ones, and I was just like, why? Like, I don't know, I was so upset that I didn't like it because I was so looking forward to it. I didn't like despise it, but like, I didn't like it as much as the others, so it made me really sad. Steve Trevor, a book that has a beautiful cover and a beautiful story. Just like a good story, you know what I'm saying? A great personality, it says in brackets, so yes, I'm going to be going with Vengeance Road by Erin Bowman. I read this like maybe a year ago and a bit, whenever it came out, and this cover is one of my favorite covers. I think it's so cool, and I love the vibe of it, and I love the text and the guns and the skulls. It just goes so well together with this book, and this book was like not the best book in the world, but it was so much fun, and if you like westerns, and I would just totally suggest this, and I wish more YA authors would write books like this, because we don't get many westerns in the YA genre, so that would be totally amazing, and this got me into westerns. Lasso of Truth, a book you hated. I'm gonna be going with Suicide Notes from Beautiful Girls. I don't know who it's by, but I despise this book so much. The most cliche and just dumb plot twist ever, and I hated the characters. They grossed me out because just some things that they said bothered me. Like, I know everyone has their own opinion, but like they would talk horribly about abortion, and like they would just like the things that they said to each other. I just did a whole like ranty review a long time ago on my Goodreads, so you can check that out if you want to know my full thoughts on that book, but I despised it. So yeah. Wonder Woman's Shield, a book so sad that you need a shield to like hide from so you could cry kind of thing. I love this book so much. It's an historical fiction book, and we follow 4 perspectives during the time of World War II, and it's so sad and so beautiful, and just how all these people come together and their journey. It's touching and heartbreaking, and read it, please. No Man's Land, a book that you want to shoot to death or send to no man's land. And for this I have Pride and Prejudice, which is another unpopular opinion. Yeah, I hated it. Yeah, I really disliked Pride and Prejudice. I had so many problems with the book. It's just not my taste, I guess, and I didn't like Austen's writing, which is a huge unpopular opinion. Everybody loves her writing, and then I'm here like, no. It definitely doesn't have anything to do with like me not liking classics, because I do enjoy classics, just I hated Pride and Prejudice. So yeah, I hope to read it one day, and I really want to love it, and I tried to read it so many times and I just can't do it, so I'll send that book away. Aries, a villain that is scary but you can't seem to hate. Plus Souls by Cassandra Clare. I made a whole video talking about a bunch of villains that I love. Sebastian is one of my favorites ever, and I love him. He does some horrible things, so in that regard he is kind of scary, but I can't hate him. I love him. Dr. Poison, a villain that has no reason to exist. This one I had some trouble with coming up with. Basically, if there's a villain in the story, there's a reason why they're there. If that's for like plot movement, like anything. Like if you cut out certain villains, even the ones that you hate or the ones that are annoying or that you don't seem, that are minor, then the story wouldn't go in that way that it was supposed to if the villain wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? But this one's not, the book I ended up choosing was not like an actual villain. Like, he could be considered that, but I went from the dude from Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda, the guy who blackmails Simon into coming out, and this guy, he needed to be there for the story, but I didn't like him, obviously. He had his own shit and whatever going on, but like, you really gotta blackmail someone to come out of the closet? Like, are you kidding me, man? Let the dude be himself. Like, let him do his own thing, boy. So yeah, I don't think I exactly answered what that, like, I don't think I did this part right, but yeah, sort of. Amazon's a book that you wish had more or better LGBTQIAP+ rep. This is another quite like controversial one, I guess. This series does take a lot of hit for not having enough diversity in it, but that is the A Court of Thorns and Roses. And in the third book, it does get better, but a lot of people still are mad about that. But like, that mad about the way it was told or whatever. I can't speak for it because I'm not a part of that community, but it would be nice if we had more representation in the first two books. I'm glad she incorporated into the third one, but I don't know. It would have been nice to see it more in the first two. That's just my opinion though. So there you guys have it. That was the Wonder Woman book tag. Thank you again to Dylan the Reader 5 for tagging me to do this. Final question actually is Justice League. What superhero friends would you tag? So I'm gonna be tagging my 3 buddies from the UK, Holly the book lover, Rachel from Rachel Louise Adkin, and my friend who has a blog and a bookstagram, The Booklight, also known as Ash. So I'm gonna be tagging those 3 lovely ladies who are all from the UK. So if you guys haven't done this yet, be sure to do it, and I'll have all their links down below as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up because it's very much appreciated, and subscribe if you're new here, and click the notification bell to be notified for when I post new videos, which has been pretty frequently. Guys, all super soon with a new video. Bye!